came halfway across the world to be with George. But now I feel like I don't really know him.
I didn't think of the consequences when this was all happening. You know, obviously I want to give you everything you want.
Hey guys,
Time
can everybody hear me?
If you want to get married and spend life together.
Hi, Miss Berlanga.
Think about what this means.
Just bear with me, please.
Where does my status go? I really gotta get going.
My name is Marquita. I'm 37 years old. I am a nurse. My family is pretty big. I have my son, Malcolm.
Okay, so if you can sign in. Yay, I made a sign-in sheet. You got to go to this Google Forms and sign in. Give me just a second. I have to change. Well, you guys go and sign in. I'll be right back. All right, well, I'm talking away. I was muted. Can y'all hear me now? Yeah, okay. So I was saying, let's go and get started so we can respect your time because I have a lot to go through. If you haven't signed in yet, can we put that in the chat box so everybody can sign in if they need to? Jennifer, can you copy it? I don't think you can copy it. I couldn't figure out how to link it. I'm not that tech savvy yet. So we'll get started. What I mean? So this is basically what we're gonna cover in Boardmaker. I know, has everybody signed up for Boardmaker? Know about Boardmaker? I don't know why my chat box never comes up anymore. Okay, so Ms. Leha, you don't have Boardmaker online yet? Ms. Leha?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. All right. I didn't know what that no was. I thought it was.
Oh, the no was, has everybody signed in yet? And I said, no.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so once you get a Boardmaker Online, it's so much more than just making visuals, although that is what we mainly used it for when we were face-to-face. But now that we're in this virtual world, I discovered that this thing can do a lot more. And I think it would be really, really useful for especially our self-contained teachers. I'm not saying that only the self-contained can use it, because absolutely, like, I could see the co-teachers using it, because right now the plan is to have the co-teachers kind of plan with the gen ed teacher and then kind of accommodate, modify. But some of our kids, y'all know, they need more than that. So this could be a way for them to maybe create actual individualized assignments or tasks that they can work on online. Now, yeah, definitely the parent would have to probably help them get there to the site and stuff. And then once they get started, I think they'd be able to use it. And I'm going to try to run through everything. The only thing I'm having trouble with is the adding the student, because they're having some kind of technical problem. They are working on it, and they said we should be able to add students after 3 o'clock today. So I'm going to check that, but I'm going to go through the entire process. It's pretty easy. So let's go online you guys would all go into your Boardmaker if you can. Well, no, you couldn't because you're on this. So anyway, I will log in. So you log into your Boardmaker Online as usual. Or not. Come on now. Control click. Okay, now let me see how do I get there? Sorry, excuse me while I learn how to get back to the internet. I thought I put it on here. All right. I'm gonna stop sharing for a minute. Okay. Okay. Does anybody know how I can share my internet screen? Do I just go there? Can you guys see that screen? No. Ah. Okay. Thanks. Ah, there it is. I figured it out. All right, there it is. So, you know, you go to your Boardmaker Online, make sure you type in Boardmaker Online. Otherwise, you'll get that other page that's going to try to get you to buy stuff and pay for this and pay for that. That's not where you want to be. You want to be in boardmakeronline.com. You're going to log in to your regular account. So this is basically how you're going to log in. My internet's very slow. Forgive me. So you'll log in, you'll put your password, your email, and you should have that information. If you don't, please email myself or Jennifer, and we'll get it for you. So you're gonna log in. All right, and this is the screen you should see. Now, has anybody tried playing with these tools, the adding a student and adding assigning activities and stuff? Anybody had any experience doing that yet? Nope. I'm gonna take that as a no because my chat box is not up again. Okay, yours says it's expired. Yes, it is gonna say that it's expired. As you can see, mine says the same thing. It's just because of the delay of all that's going on, because we did need to renew our subscriptions, which, you know, obviously it's in the works. But the program knows about it, Boardmaker knows about it, and they graciously let us keep our subscription until we can get that taken care of. So just ignore that. Everything should work fine. Anyone have the sign-in link? Okay, that should be posted into the chat room soon, hopefully. All right. So here from this page, you have your, you know, all your good stuff. This is where most of you go to, My Boardmaker, and I know y'all just create from scratch. You can do that, but there's so much easier ways of doing it. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to add a student. So you'll go to students, and this is all going to be in that I made a PowerPoint. It's going to be more of a how-to. So I'll put that on the Google Classroom, and it'll be up there if you need to go back and look and like, I don't remember what she said, how to do this. Just look in there and it should be all posted in there. So you'll go to students, okay? And then you'll go down to student management and open that sucker up. Okay. And then you'll go down, you see I have one student there, Silly Sally, and I just added her, and I actually based her off of some actual IEP goals and stuff. So down here, you'll see a little thing that says add now, add a student. Yes, I want to add a student. So then you can put the student actual ID number in there. You can make up your own classroom ID numbers, like student, you know, 111, student 22, whatever. It doesn't have to be district ID, but I'm just going to put in 10000, whatever. First name, let's say it's Johnny Jumpy. Okay. And then you have to click this little green button, because what it's going to do is it'll check the entire district and see if there are any duplicate students. I don't know why it's there, because we probably don't have any duplicate ID or students, but it's something we have to do. So if you click it, typically, ignore that pink bar. What's going to happen is another screen will pop up and it will just have information on this student. So like its name, his name, ID number again, I can't remember exactly, like male or female, and then it's going to ask for parent email, and that's very important. You need to make sure you have a parent email in there, and you'll find out why on the accessing the assignments in a minute. But once that comes up, you fill in all that information, you click save, and it'll generate an account for the student. It won't do it right now because you can see they still have not fixed that problem, because this is what I'm getting, and I'm sure you all will get it too, right there. That shouldn't be coming up. They're gonna fix it, hopefully by 3. And I told her, we need to get this up and running by Monday. Well, by tomorrow. So you'll have time to go in and do that. Okay, so once we add that student, our next thing that we can do, and I'll go back to this, see how, yeah, so this is not quite finished because I didn't have the screenshots. This is how you add the student. And this is where we're gonna go in and learn how to search for an activity. Okay, oh, wonderful. Why did I do that? Because now, let's see. Ah, there it is. What? Sorry about that. Why is it not sharing, y'all? Oh, technology. There it is. Okay. So once you get a student in there, yay, there's my silly Sally. Okay, we're going to ignore her for now. We're going to look for some activities or create some activities for silly Sally. Now, before this step, you really should have gone in to kind of look at what silly Sally needs. I mean, because we're not just going to throw in, you know, random activities. We want to target your individual IEP goals. And this is really good too. I mean, you can actually connect it to IEP goals and get all that good data, but I just haven't had time to really set all that up. So for now, we're just gonna use it this way. So what you'll do is you go up to activities, and one of the simplest ways to find good activities is go to community activities, open that sucker up. Now, has anybody used this part of it yet? You guys can talk. I feel lonely out here. Yes.
Yes, I have used it.
Okay, good, good, good. So
I've used it as well.
wonderful, wonderful. So then this is a little familiar for you guys. So you'll go to activities, community activities. We also have access to premium activities, which I don't know if you guys knew about, but I'll just real quick show you. There's Boardmaker sample activities, and that, you know, kind of gives you, and those are more templates too. And that's more for older students. I didn't see a lot in there that our kids could use. And then they also have the activity packs, which are like sets of different things. The early literacy one was the only one that was, I found anything useful in there, but I don't know, I just didn't find them as useful as the community ones. So if you go into community activities, okay, and right here, this wonderful search bar is your best friend. So somebody give me an example of an IEP goal that we might want to work on.
Sorting.
Sorting. So we'll type in sorting. Okay. And you'll get like a bazillion different activities. I mean, I think tons of them. But what you want to do is this little left directory tree or whatever they want to call it. Over here on the side, you can filter it out. Now, I recommend, highly, highly, highly recommend that if you're doing this for purposes of the student doing these things online, you would do the interactive. Do you all see that right here? Interactive. There's 881 activities doing sorting. Now, that's sorting for all grade levels. So, and then there's also interactive with performance tracking, which is amazing because right now, I know that was one of the biggest questions, is how do I progress monitor these things when I don't know what's going on at home? This is a good one. If you click that, okay, it's gonna, what it does is, see these little P's in these little computers? That means it's performance tracking enhanced. It has that feature. And I'll go into that a little later. So you'll want to click that, and you'll want to click probably pre-K. You think that they need to do K through 2, then you're welcome to click that as well, or whatever grade level, but you know, mainly it's going to be pre-K. So you can see that there are 200 activities to do with just sorting alone that are interactive with performance tracking. I mean, you know, if I set the parameters even further out, there's even more selections. So you just go in here and you're going to kind of look at these activities. So like if I open up the bug sort, because you know, I know little Jumpy Johnny loves bugs, so this might get him, you know, engaged. So here's something, it's a two sort one. Huh, okay, well this looks interesting. Now when you see these ones here with this red writing, that means it's a template. That means that you can actually go in and very easily, instead of, you know, saving the activity and then having to like edit everything and readjust everything, it just gives you the opportunity to select which icons you want. So what you'll do once you find an activity you like and you want, oh, I think Jumpy Johnny will like this and do this well, you click this little add button, okay? Because right now you see how this pencil is kind of grayed out. That means you're not going to be able to edit it. Okay, so I'm going to click the plus button. Okay, I apologize, guys. Give me just a second. I do apologize for that. You know, the working at home thing has its, say hi, James. That's the interruption right there. All right, so once I click the add button, do you see now what happened to the icons? They kind of all are not shaded out gray. And so I'm gonna go in, if I wanna look at this sucker, I'm gonna click that pencil icon. And I can edit it in the online studio or edit it in studio. I always do online editor, it just is simpler to me. Sometimes it's kind of glitchy with the other one. Now, when this thing comes up, you don't have to freak out, just click the Get Adobe and allow, and watch it not work. You'll wait a minute. All right, and so there it is, the activity. I don't want to open it up too much because then I'll forget how to get back there. And so see, this is, these will automatically stay, don't mess with this. You can type different instructions down here, you know, sort the bugs. Yeah, and then Johnny would be okay with that. And so you can put in different butterflies if you don't want these. Like you'll just click this sucker and then go over to choose symbol, type in butterfly, and enter, and it'll give you different butterflies. So, you know, I don't really like that butterfly. I think Johnny will like this one better. I'm going to select that one, and there it is. You can do that to all of them, okay? You can change.
Teresa, I'm not seeing, excuse me, I'm not seeing that change.
The change right here. It was something else. I don't remember what it was. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, so it was the blue butterfly. Okay.
I think, Teresa, is your screen frozen, or what do you, because I think what happened when you did that change, move your cursor around, because we're not seeing
you're not seeing the bugs thing?
Yeah, like when you did that the allow for the flash, when you at the top left when you ran flash,
Okay.
it didn't change over here. So I'm wondering if the screen's frozen on our end.
Can you see
but
it?
there it is.
There we go.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nani. All right, so yeah, so let me start again. So there's his little activity. Down here, you can change the instructions. So this red writing is not, the student will not see that. That's for the teacher. So whatever you want to, type instructions below, if you want to say, put butterflies in green, caterpillars in blue, or whatever you might want to change it to. And then here you can add different caterpillars, different butterflies. So like, I don't like that butterfly. I think he won't like that either. So I'm going to highlight that sucker. Okay. Go to choose symbol. Okay. Type in butterfly and enter. And it gives me different butterflies that are in the system. Now, if you really don't like those butterflies and you want something from the internet, you can go to web search. Or if you have stuff on your actual laptop, you can go to My Media. I'm not going to bother with that. I like this butterfly. He'll like that butterfly. I'm going to select it, and it'll add it right to there. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
All right. So once you're done, you're going to just save that sucker. You can save it as whatever you want. Bug sort to categories. And save it. So it's going to save it to your Boardmaker activities. And you can actually sit and play it just to see how he's going to see it. So can you guys see that one? Or do I have to do it?
Yes.
You can see the butterfly and the to sort page. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Nani.
Am I the only one here?
I don't. All right, so what he's gonna do is he's going to sort into butterflies and caterpillars. So he'll put that in there.
That's right. Butterfly belongs in butterfly.
And it'll prompt him if, oh, is that right? Is that not right? Now, if he tries to do a wrong one.
That doesn't belong there.
Oh, okay. I want to put it there. So it'll correct it for him. So when he's finished with it, he'll keep doing his little game. Da-da-da, 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 da-da-da. Okay. Then he'll click the little next. Okay, next button. Good job. And then there's also the spiders. You can sort spiders and bees because it has 2 activities on it. And again, you can adjust this however you want. That might be a little confusing because they all look the same to me. Once he's done, he'll click the stop button. I think. Hello?
Teresa, are you doing this on Google or Chrome or internet?
This is Chrome.
Chrome, okay, thank you.
All right, I'm just gonna return to design mode because it doesn't want to listen. So once you get your thing in there, you can just exit out of that design feature. May not be changed. Yes, they were. All right, I'm gonna give it. All right, and there's my activity. Okay, ta-da! That was easy, right? Does everybody get it?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, was that?
So this was the interactive version. Am I understanding that right?
Yes. 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 So this is one of the activities. If you see here, any of the ones that are like a computer icon, can you guys see my computer? Any of them that are a computer, that means it's interactive. Now, if it's a computer with the little P in the middle, that means it's doing performance tracking. So that's once we assign it to a kid. Okay? Did we get that?
No, it is.
Yes.
Okay. I can't see your pictures. I don't know. All right.
We have a question. Do all these activities have to be done through a computer or laptop?
The interactive ones do, yes. I mean, as far as like a do you mean like an iPad? Can you do it through an iPad or?
Yeah, can they do it on an iPad?
I have not tried an iPad. That's a good question. I don't have an actual iPad here at home, so I wouldn't be able to test drive it. But if somebody else would like to try to like download the Boardmaker app and see and let everybody know, or email me and I'll let everybody know.
Okay, so this would be
yeah,
good for the online, for the remote learning, right?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? So
Yes.
how do the kids have access to this? I think I missed that step somewhere.
No, I haven't gotten to that.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll get there.
Yeah. So I've just reviewed basically to add a student and make their account and how to choose and select activities for these students. Okay. So say I'm doing this for little Johnny and I'm like, oh, this will work for little Johnny. I've got it set up. I put some new bugs in there. I like it. I'm going to go to this one and you can use the same activity, because we know a lot of our students have the basic same goals. You can do the same activity for different kids. No one's saying you can't. So if I think that this is a good one for him, I'm going to go here to this little person with the arrow. Does everybody see that? And I'm going to click that baby. And hopefully a box will show up eventually. All right. So here, since I do only have one student, only one student's going to show up. But if you have more than one, all of your students will show up. Can everybody see me still? Okay, because my internet keeps going on and off. So I like this one for Silly Sally too. So I'm going to just check the box in front of her name and her ID. And I'm simply going to click assign. And guess what? It's assigned to her. So when I go into her account, which will go back up to students, and go down to student center. Now you can either sign in as Silly Sally and you'll see what the student will see when they sign in. Or you can go to instructors to kind of look at everybody's. So I'm going to go into instructors for now. I don't know why it always sends me here. No, do not want that. All right. Let's go back. Let's not do that. There it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to sign in as Silly Sally since my instructor is not wanting to work on here. Silly Sally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. And you'll make up the password and the usernames once you add the student. I couldn't show you that because it was not working. But then the student will just log in. It tells me that every single time. They're going to allow it. So if a parent asks you, how do I get in? It's not working. Just tell them to click that rocket ship and say allow. Now here's all of Silly Sally's activities that I have assigned her according to her IP. Okay. I had the bug sort that we just added. So if she's going to do that one, she'll just click it and there it is. Okay. And it's going to ask her, because if she's going to try to stop prematurely, it's going to prompt her, you haven't finished your work. Do you want to leave anyway? Yes, no. And maybe parents will be able to help monitor that. But I'm going to leave anyway. And this is another sorting activity that I put in there for Silly Sally. So this one was to target, I think, an IEP goal of good hands, like keeping your hands to yourself. So this might be something that some of you can use. Then it gets sorting. Oh, hug. That's correct.
That's right. Hug
Okay.
belongs in good
It'll
things
be the
for my
same
parents.
thing. So she can stop that. Yes. It's going to give me some yucky data. And I did math patterning because I think patterning was one that she needed. Again, math patterning. And then it was, she was doing letter identification, upper and lowercase letter identification. So I did a heart match one. And all of these, I did not create any of these. I found them in the community thing. So B.
Lowercase b.
And if she taps that letter, it'll tell her
Lowercase
what
f.
letter it is. Won't tell that one though.
Lowercase f.
Okay, so that goes with F.
That's right. Lowercase f goes with uppercase f.
Okay. All right, and then the button matching, because I think she was doing, it was matching colors or something. I can't remember what it was exactly, but this one's similar. She'll click this and then try to find the one that's the same. Red.
Red. Sorry, that's not a match.
Yes, what? Yes, it is. Is that orange? Oh, that's orange. See, now that I might have changed.
That's right.
All right. So that's how
We can
that
work on that later.
Yes. So that's how that works. So Silly Sally has all her activities in there. She has her account ready to go. Now, the big part is to giving the parents access. Out. Sorry, my friend's trying to participate there. So what you'll do is once you get all the activities in your student account, you'll go to your account up here and click that kind of little arrow and you'll go to my account. Does everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. None of you'll be my thing because I don't know why my chat box won't stay opened. We'll get to you.
As Boardmaker, you're talking about the apps. When I was looking up, it said that there's a student center and it looks like that.
Yes, that's the students. That's where the student. Yes,
So
thank
the
you.
app would look like.
Yes. So definitely, they definitely can. I don't know what I was thinking. Yes, they can go to the app.
How do you download the app on student devices though? Because you're only allowed to download the apps that are available to you.
Were you able to download it, Jennifer?
No, this was just on my Android
Personal device.
Yeah, so.
How do you download it on a school iPad?
Right, because they firewalled it.
Is that the issue?
Yeah.
Did they firewall it?
Let me shoot off. I can shoot off an email today to the tech support and see what they say.
Yeah, I'll put that on the list of questions.
Yeah, because that's a good question. Thank you. Was that Ms. Thregill? Who was that? Thank you.
Elsie.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
I typed in Boardmaker Student Center on the App Store, and I still wasn't able to find it.
Oh. Huh. How did you get to it, Jennifer?
Well, it said it select the Student Center app, so maybe.
Is it in a different name?
Yeah, like maybe Student Center, Boardmaker, because that's what it's saying on the phone.
Okay.
So it says Student Center.
Yeah, and I'm trying to like still find it.
On my iPhone, it says Boardmaker Student Center is only available on iPad. So I don't know if you guys can read it. So there's that one, and then it has that little, it's only, so this is my phone. I don't have my iPad with me right now.
Okay. So it is only available on iPad or laptop. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
And Teresa, while you're looking for whatever it is you're looking for, can our students use their SAISD passwords and emails?
You cut out, Nani. What was that again? Can they what?
For their email information, can they use the SAISD, right?
I'm sorry, Nani. One more time.
Let me get closer to my computer.
Yeah.
For email and password.
Uh-huh.
So we don't have a whole lot of information going home that's going to be misinterpreted. Can we still just use the SAISD?
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. If you have that one, yeah. And if the parent's able to access it now. Because the invite will end up going to the whatever email you put in.
Okay.
Into the student account.
And there's a question, Teresa, that the devices went home today.
Right.
So parents are not going to be able to download the app. If they send an invite, will they be able to access that way without an app?
That is a good question. Again, like I said, I don't have a district iPad here. Do you have one, Jennifer? No.
No.
Does anybody have one with them, a district iPad?
No, I don't.
Went over to you and see.
I do, and I'm working on it right now. So I'll let you know what I find, Kelsey.
Okay, thank you. Yes, please. Do you want me to shoot you over an invite for the fake student, just to see?
And then another response went out that said that you have to be on the district server to download any apps.
Oh, no. Okay, well.
I'm like, can we go sit outside the campus?
Hey, don't put it past us. Okay, well, I definitely know you can do it on the laptop.
Well, I've got quite a few that have computers and laptops.
Right. So as far as the iPad goes, Kelsey will work on that and see. Let me know how that goes. I'll push out an invite from the Boardmaker and see if it'll let her in. And then we'll also email the tech department and see, or is that what they told you just now, that you have to be on a district Wi-Fi, Jennifer?
What was that?
That what the tech department just told you, that you have to be on a district?
Oh, no, Miss Graham had said that.
Oh, okay.
He had, yeah.
With the tech department, there might be a way.
Yeah. I'm gonna put on our list of
things to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move forward with pushing out the invite to give these parents access. Okay, so remember here, I dropped down to my account and this is where I'm at. Okay, now you see there's a tab here that says student access. We're gonna click that. Okay, and down here is the information of your account. Your account is 4M whatever. So that would be my account. You can send that out, but the easiest way to give them access is to go down here to the Get Them Started tab. You can click that. There it is. And again, this will be a lot more students. All you'll do is you'll click at the side of each one that you want to send to. So you'll just click that and send the message out to outer space, okay? And they should receive that in whatever email account you set up for them. So I'm going to show you what that looks like in here. Is everybody seeing the Boardmaker PowerPoint again?
I'm seeing Boardmaker Online with hands.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you see what I just typed?
No.
Okay, you have.
Oh, yes, Ms. Graham said that the tech department may be able to push it on, but they would need the device numbers.
Okay.
That screen states that the activities are online so they can access assignments at home.
Right.
That last screen that you were on is the one that stated that the activities are online. Yeah. Giving students access at home.
Right.
It says that they can access their assignments at home or on the go.
Right, right.
So we shouldn't have an issue.
We shouldn't, but you never know.
But they're online. They just have to have internet. They don't have to have the app.
Okay.
We'll find out Monday.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's saying.
Right, right. You're right. You're absolutely right. They can go onto Boardmaker Online on like Chrome on the iPad and access it that way. Yeah, but you know, apps are easier. But okay, so we'll go back.
Ms. Harper, is there a way we can possibly move some of this like to our Seesaw or our classroom page to where they can do that?
The Google Classroom?
Yeah, in the Google Classroom.
Do you mean the interactive activities or just activities alone?
Both. If we can't have if we're going to run into that problem.
Right, right.
I mean, is that a possibility?
That I don't know. I mean, you can definitely save the activities to PDF, but they won't be interactive. They won't be able to move them around. They would have to, the parent themselves would have to probably cut out the icons and then have them sort them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, what? Yes, Nani?
Yeah, I have one parent that is my ideal guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
She has completely redone her living room to teach her 6 children.
Wow.
She would be more than happy to try this at home and let me know if it works before I send it to all of my students.
Right.
If each one of us has one of those wonderful helping parents, you know, ask them to see if this works first.
You could do that, do like a test run this week.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think they can absolutely access it from a laptop. That I do know. That is not an issue because I've played with it. I've done it like to several different email accounts. It does not have to be a district email. It can be whatever email they want. But yeah, I mean, that would help. Then we could kind of troubleshoot and anticipate, you know, issues before they come up. Thank you,
Ms.
Nana.
Harper, Miss Kelsey is ready for you to send her.
Oh, okay, okay. I will do that in just a minute. What I did want to show you guys is this is the invite that the parents will receive once you push it out. So it'll, you know, online instructional tube, blah, 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 to access on a computer or PC. You use this address, then log in with this to access it on the Student Center, mobile access, on an iPad or whatever. You'll click here and then enter this information. And like I said, I was not able to do this, so I will send that out to Kelsey in a minute because I don't have an iPad. So I don't even have my own iPad. So that's it, okay? And then
Are the campuses, are they giving out just iPads or are they giving out Chromebooks too?
That I don't know. I know that our grant teachers did have iPad.
Early childhood set out the iPads.
Okay.
Chromebooks are 3rd through 5th.
Okay, so did they just provide one iPad per household?
Ours was one.
For
Every
how many
child that
kids
needed
you
one
had
got
in
one.
your house.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go back in. Oh, you know what though? Let me see if I can do it. It's been glitchy. I'm gonna go back in and I'm going to put Kelsey's email in here instead. Edit profile. Well, look at that, you guys get to know. So this is what can you guys see that page?
Yes.
Profile?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. You know how I got that error message? Typically this will pop up and this is what you'll fill in. So I'm gonna put Kelsey's email address in there. Kelsey, what is your email address again? K Calhoun, is it one?
One, yes. KCALHOUN 1.
Calhoun 1. Okay, so I'm gonna send you Silly Sally's and let us know if that's gonna work or not. Go here. All right, just shot it over to you, Kelsey. So let us know how that goes.
Okay, I'll play with it for a minute and see.
All right, I appreciate that. Let us know.
Teresa, this is so helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, and this will be definitely on the Google Classroom. Please, teachers, don't stress out about this. Do what's best for your kids. I know that you're getting a lot of directions from like so many different places. What we are trying to do, SPED, is we're trying to provide you guys with whatever resources you need to get your kids going. Don't teach anything new, you know, let's target what they already know, target those IEP goals. You know, we don't know what platform each campus is using different platforms. Some are using Google Classroom, some are using Seesaw, some are using, I don't know, there's a lot, and I can imagine you guys, my head is like, so
I've never heard of Seesaw until today.
Yeah.
So I have to find
I haven't
that.
either, and I went on there and I'm like, I don't have an idea what this is. Now there is a Seesaw webinar at Region 20, I think on Thursday. I am going to put that information on the Google Classroom as well. So if anybody is using Seesaw with your campus and you don't know anything about it, you can go on there and do that webinar. Let me finish this up. So that's what the parents thing looks.
Thank you.
And then performance data. I almost forgot this piece. This is really good stuff here. Let me get out of this screen. Go back to Boardmaker. Where is that? Where is that? Okay, I really wish I was more astute with this Zoom.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid to start that on Monday.
Now we're only meeting till 3 o'clock today, right?
Yes. What time is it? Okay.
2:15.
Hurry up.
So while you pull that up,
Yeah.
do we have any teachers right now that they have a principal who will not let them go to a campus period? Because I need to. You can't come at all.
No.
You froze there, so I don't know if they heard the whole.
Yes, as of right now, that's me, Reza.
Okay, because I remember there was one like yesterday, but just wanted to verify. Okay, because our director wants to know exactly who the admin, are saying that.
It's changing by the minute. We keep on getting updates. So, I mean, our ACTs are meeting right now at 3, so it may change.
Okay, but as of right now,
Correct.
You're the only one. Okay, and then also real quick, they have that the R notice meeting that's going on right now, and it will be recorded and it will be available. And Jennifer Knuckles will be putting it on the homepage for ECSE. And Thursday will be your prep day, so there should be no Zoom meetings at all. So if you need to go to your campus, I would contact your principals now and let them, give them a heads up, like, hey, I want to go to campus Thursday, because you're going to have to get that permission from them in order to do that. Does anyone have any questions or anything? Oh, Teresa, I think some people still need that link. Are you able to pull it from what you had so they can sign in?
Yeah, I'll put it back up in a minute after I go through the performance data stuff. Is that okay? It's on the first page of that. I couldn't figure out
else have any new questions that we can try to get some answers for?
I do have a quick statement to make, and I don't want to bring this in when we're doing something else. But I've had to reschedule an ARD. And I have plenty of time for it. And I was reading about it, and I just was in with Dr. Bauerman. If we are mailing things to the students' homes, because we don't know how this virus is functioning, whoever handles that mail is adding one more person that we're sending to our children's homes.
Okay.
Does that make sense the way I said
No,
that?
yeah, I had thought about that.
I've heard about that too. Like, when you get deliveries from boxes that are coming in your house. I had a family member mention that to me. But we'll find out about that. I'll put that on the list.
Because I keep hearing different things. I don't want to be an alarmist, but I also don't want to be complacent.
Right. Yeah, we'll put that on the list.
I just figured when I re-notify the parent, I'll do it through email.
And you can send IEPs through the email. So if you don't want to mess with the mail, you can send it through the email.
Okay.
And if there are any of you guys that need to see that, we can make that happen too.
Okay. Sorry, that's the only thing I had to get off task for. Thank you.
Right, but just ensure when you're doing it by email that it's password protected. Okay.
And that password will be sent in a separate email after you send the document.
Like, here's the IP. Oh, here's the password. No. All right, so can you guys see my screen here, the Boardmaker screen again?
Yes.
Okay, so really quickly, I really wanted to show you guys this. So you're back on your home page, right, or your account page, wherever you're at, as long as you can access these tabs. This is how you're going to pull performance data. So, little Johnny's going in there and he's working hard every day. I want to kind of see what he's doing and which ones he's getting wrong, where he's struggling maybe. Is he struggling in sorting? Is he struggling in whatever? Not that it's, but it is some data that we can use. But you have to also think about, too, that, hey, maybe mommy and daddy are helping him. Maybe brother's helping him. Besides all that, it is some data that we can kind of look at. You can determine kind of if it's valid or not by you all know that kid. If he's getting hundreds on every single thing that he's never got hundreds on before, then something's happening. So you'll go up here to students again. Go right here to my students' performance data. And that's why I told you guys, if you are really wanting to collect that data, it's important to get those activities that have that P in the middle. Now, I'm sure there's some fancy way to create your own activities that are performance tracking. I haven't figured it out yet. I haven't had time to, play with it that in depth. But if anybody else wants to, please let us all know. So you'll go to my students' performance data, and you'll go to activities. Now see, there's also other tabs here. You got IEP goals, but I haven't set that up. You have to set that up with your students. Yes, you'll have to set that up, but you can attach it to IEP goals.
Can you just show us real quick what the goals look like?
Well, I didn't set it up, so there wouldn't be anything in there.
Teresa, there is a question about this. If there's any way to add admin so they can keep track of.
Not that I know of. You mean to add it to each student?
Just to see, right,
to
see
kind of monitor what's going on
out to the students.
Yeah, I can email Chris Navarro, who's the district admin of this system, and ask her if there's a way. I don't think there is, because just simply, FERPA and all that other good stuff. But I will definitely email her and ask Chris if way to add.
And if not, just document like we talked about yesterday. Document like what you're sending students, what you're saying and sending parents. That way you have that documentation to back up that, you're doing your part.
Yeah, and if anybody has already created kind of a parent communication log, then please, share. I'm trying to come up with something just as a template or as an idea for you guys. Now, but if anybody else has one, why reinvent the wheel? Somebody already has a great idea.
I just have a separate page for each child.
Okay.
And I'm just typing it in.
Okay, well that works for you.
It's simpler for me.
Yeah.
Something else we can use, again, I'm off task, I'm sorry. ABC Mouse.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's actually on one of the resources page, on the district resource page, as well as on the parent resource page. All right, so I have about 3 minutes to get this, so I'm gonna really quickly run through this. So you went into students, went to my students' performance data. This will pop up. Since activities is the only one that we're tracking at this moment, you'll select a student. Silly Sally's my only student. I will choose her. And then here you can add in whatever dates you want to look at. Say I want to look at it per week, per day, per whatever. I'm just going to leave those dates in there just because I'm just looking at that. Today's the 24th, and I'm just going to click run. And this is what it's going to give you. Okay, it's going to give you a graph. Now, the graph isn't really, because I haven't done anything. There's the activities I did today. Okay, and if you hover over them, I got 20% correct on button matching. I got 100% on ABC matching.
They're not going to be able to do it right now.
So proud of you.
Sister and brother might have helped on that one. I got 100% on sorting 2 groups, and I got 100% on bug sort. So, I'm doing really well. So that's what I love about this. I was like, whoa, I didn't know it did all this. And then down here, it'll give you, a table. And then also right here, look at this. It'll tell you how long these students spent on this. So if I'm looking at heart letter matching, okay, she got 13% correct. but she only spent 24 seconds on it, which is telling me she's not finishing this activity. Why isn't she finishing it? What's going on? Is she struggling? Is there something I need to adjust? Does she need less letters to work on? Whatever it may be. And that would be something you can use this printout when you speak to your parents, you know, when you consult with your parents on the phone about progress monitoring. Hey, you know, I noticed that little Johnny on the bug store, he got 0% and he only spent 20 seconds on it. What's happening? You know, whatever it may be. And this is just a sample. Okay, so that could be something. This here can be printed out and put into their progress monitoring. You know, you just print it out. There's a little print icon right here. You can even download them. I don't know, export to vector image. I don't know what that is, but you can print the chart. Okay, and it'll still come out however you want it, whatever you want it. So I think that this is a really excellent tool. And if we can get some of our kids using the interactive data, then we'll have that.
Just one bad news.
Uh-oh.
So Kelsey's been playing on her iPad.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear me? So because Boardmaker runs Adobe, we're not going to be able to use it on the iPad like in Safari or using any internet browser because iPads don't support Adobe Flash. And so we would have to have that app because I tried it on my computer and it worked fine. I was able to log into Silly Sally and everything, but I did have to activate the Adobe Flash Player, which the iPad won't do. You're muted, Miss Harper.
All right, there we go. So
There
if
we
we
go.
pushed it out from the tech department, would they do you think they'd be able to access it then?
Yeah, if they can access it as an app, I think it'll be
okay.
With the iPad.
But we have to give you all the numbers of the.
I know.
So
well, wouldn't the whoever distributed those? Wouldn't
I
they?
have the numbers for my own student.
Oh, okay.
So I can do that.
Okay.
I have mine too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
okay.
I mean, parents that are accessing it from their own iPad should be able to find it and have no problem. It's just the school iPads that are going to be an issue.
I really wish they would have thought of this prior to distributing.
Well, it's
Prior
been-
to the virus?
has been mentioned about the firewall. I know that's been a concern for people, is that firewall and blocking stuff on those devices.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. I put it on the list.
Yeah,
So
let us know so that we can get those ID numbers to you so that they can push them out to those specific devices.
Okay, yeah, so we'll email the tech department like now.
Yeah, because we sent ours home today. I have all but one student that has theirs.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah,
tomorrow's session is scheduled to be kind of going over Google Classroom. I kind of set up a sample Google Classroom. I was going to ask one of the teachers if she didn't mind if I shared hers. Is there something else that you guys would rather go over that would be more useful? I know you guys have had a lot of training this week because I've been sitting in it with you. I'm just like, I've got so much other things to do, you know. So let us know. Okay, what would be?
I just want to know if Boardmaker doesn't work, what other ideas do you have for tracking data?
Okay, we'll come up with something. Yeah, the
Reinvent it.
only thing that I really can think of offhand is those parent consults, like once a week. Like, can you tell me, you know, kind of phrase it like almost as like when you're collecting that echo data or something like that, you know, like, well, how's he doing on this? You know, how's he look at their IP goals and then kind of, I mean, I don't know.
Miss Harper, I can give you my idea on what I'm going to try to do. I am going to have my parents take pictures of their work, and then also if they can possibly record and send it that way.
Yeah, Seesaw will also do that. Like one of my kids written his name and sent it to me today. So I can have them do that, but there's some activities that it's going to be hard for parents to do, I guess. Is
Right. Yeah. Well,
just the more ideas we have.
Right. Well, you know, it has its limitations, but those are some good ideas. And that was also suggested by somebody else. That Seesaw app, I'm going to have to play with.
Yeah.
That.
We've been using it all year. So
yeah. Now, is it confidential? I mean, is it just that parent child to you?
yes.
Okay. Okay. That's good then. That
You
might
can
that
also
might work.
send out to everyone at once, but you also have the option to send to just between you and that parent.
Okay. Now, is it free? Is it something that we have to
Yes,
purchase?
the district is purchasing it for, I believe, pre-K through second or third.
Oh, yay. When did they, yay? Because I heard that was still up in the air.
During the ECE training.
Yay. Oh,
that's what they've been.
I must have missed that. Okay. Wonderful.
I don't know a lot about
our devices already have it installed. That's where when you were in my room and they were doing the sight words and writing it on the iPad, that was the Seesaw.
Ah,
and
I
they
had no idea. Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Now,
wonderful then.
is Seesaw in lieu of classroom or in lieu of Zoom?
It's not in lieu of anything. It's just another one.
It's an addition to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever your parents.
That's what my parents and kids have been using all year.
Well, then don't stress them out with something new. Using that.
But I don't know that I'm going to be using it. I'm going to use Zoom Live and then Seesaw.
Okay.
And I was really excited about Boardmaker, but now I'm not sure it's going to work out. So.
And this is Miss Graham, do you have, or anybody else for that fact, do you have like a schedule already kind of set up for yourself? An example?
No, I sent a message on Seesaw out to my parents asking what would be the best time for live. And I wanted to do like 2 10-minute sessions because they're telling us with kinders 20 minutes. I think 3K as well, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to break it up, I think, in minute sessions.
Yeah.
And then I want to do the choice board.
Okay.
And then I want to, in Seesaw, you can also assign activities.
Oh, I didn't realize this. I'm going to have to get on and play with that tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our principal told us 2 hours. So it's like, 2
hours of what?
Working time.
Instruction.
I mean, no.
Well, but see, no, yeah. What the pass down is it's 2 hours total. That doesn't necessarily mean 2 hours straight instruction on Zoom. That nobody could sit for that. That's like 10 minutes, go and do like a read aloud, 10 minutes, maybe do lead in music and movement activity. Then you can spend half an hour on like coaching, parent coaching or consults, stuff that's direct instruction. I'm not sure. I mean, we did bring that up to our director about sending out an email to campus admin, just letting them know that, our ECSE program and our classrooms are not going to look the same, just like they don't look the same when we're there, just for them to remember that. Okay.
Because I didn't given a schedule already that's told how many minutes of live teaching to do.
Right.
Oh,
and
no, we
you can do a little thing on a live and not alive, and then have them go outside and use Seesaw to take something that's alive and something that's not alive, and then that counts. They can, and then you can go back in and talk to everybody. Oh, is this one alive or not alive? And you could use the pictures that they. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you only do like 5 or 7 minutes on alive, not alive, and then they can spend. Okay, I'm gonna give you 15 minutes to go take pictures. And then we'll come back. So.
Yeah, I was just trying to follow real quick directions, and I didn't even break it down. I just told them when I'd be available and online for parents. And I told them, I said, as things change and I get things figured out and smoothed out, then I'll let you know.
Right, and that's just how it's going to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to learn as we're going along. So, but if you want to, Nani, if you want to kind of chat about it more in depth, you can give me a call. Okay.
Okay.
or whatever you need to do.
And
Okay.
I do need to, if whatever you're going to do tomorrow, I need to get it figured out how I can use Classroom to
Okay.
connect everybody. So I will be watching you tomorrow.
Okay, wonderful. All right.
And I've got to get going because I've got a staff
Thank
meeting
you, Nani.
also.
All right. Bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Jennifer, do you have anything else to say? All right, thank you guys. I hope you learned a lot and I hope that was useful.
Yes, thank you. Take care.
I thought it was awesome. Thought it was very excited about this Boardmaker.
Oh yeah, do we have to sign in?
Oh yes, I
Grace
will
will
put that up
open the link.
now. Move that up for a minute. Okay.
Email it or
What's
Could
that?
you email it, please?
yeah,
I
email.
can definitely email it.
Click on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Thank
would
you very
email it.
much.
Yes, I
Yeah,
will
so
do
that
that
way.
now. Thank you.
Teresa, you said this was going to be on our Classroom, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
record. I'm recording it, and once it takes a while for it to convert, but then I will put it up there. And same with the how-to. I don't know which one you were talking about.
But will the slides be on the Classroom too, just in case?
Will the what?
The slide. She asked if the
slides.
slides.
Oh
would-
yes, yeah. They will both, the slides as well as this Zoom meeting will be up there.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Dorothy.
Bye.